Hi, I'm Paris, and I'm happy to announce a new addition to our family weighing in at 8 gigabytes. It's the newest Kindle Paperwhite. I have a first generation Kindle Paperwhite. I was very excited to buy this. I just rewatched my video review of when I first got this, and it was so exciting to have a Kindle that had the backlighting in it so you didn't have to worry about the lighting conditions to be able to read. And that's what I want for my youngest daughter. She's back into a reading phase now. That's what she's decided she's going to spend her summer doing. The last time she was really into binge reading, it was paper books. Now that the library is closed, we don't really want to go hang out at the bookstore. She's finally gotten into digital books, but what she has to read them on is her little 4.7-inch screen iPhone 6S using the Kindle app on that. So I wanted her to have a nice summer experience, to not strain her eyes anymore, and to enjoy a Kindle Paperwhite and be as excited about it as I was when I got this one. So I'm going to go give her this now, let her open it up, and I'm sure instantly fall in love with it. And then in the process of setting it up, I'll bring it back over here and do a comparison video of my first generation Paperwhite with the very newest fourth generation Paperwhite. Yeah, she loves it. I knew she would. In the box comes the Kindle Paperwhite. You probably notice it looks a lot like this Kindle Paperwhite. Do we need to put our names on them to tell them apart? No, there's a very nice advancement they've made in this fourth generation Paperwhite that I'll show you. Also in the package is a charging cable, but no charger. They figure everyone has those by now, extra ones lying around the house. So they just give you the cable. It's the micro USB and a standard USB on the other end. Also in the package is what passes for instructions. It basically says, plug it in to charge it up, turn it on, and look at the user guide. You'll find out all you need to know there. So my first impression of the differences between the first generation Kindle Paperwhite and the newest fourth generation is that my older one feels heavier, and when I look at the bottom here, they're about the same thickness, but my Kindle, which is on the bottom, has this bumpy section here in the bottom center. So I'm not sure if that is related to the weight difference or not. Claim on the new Kindle Paperwhite is that the battery will last for about 6 weeks of reading. At the time I bought my original Kindle Paperwhite, they said it would last for 8 weeks of reading. Doesn't last nearly that long now, but maybe it does have a little bit bigger battery inside. And before I forget, the cost. At the time I bought my Kindle Paperwhite in 2013, I think the middle of the year, it went for $119. Now you would think electronic gadgets get cheaper, but in this case, the newest generation Kindle Paperwhite, for if you don't get it on sale, the regular price is $129, so it costs $10 more. And you can find out more about it at the link down below this video. And here's what they look like on the back. Mine has the word Kindle embossed in large letters, and the newer one has the word Amazon. Turning on the new Paperwhite, I think you'll be able to see the biggest difference between the two. I wonder if it runs faster. I hope so. Mine gets a little bit bogged down occasionally. It's working on it. But even at this point, you might be able to see the difference. It's not the reflectivity of the screen. They both have an anti-reflective coating, but it's the screen here is actually set in from the bezel surrounding it. Whereas here, the screen is flush. You can, if I do that, and if I do this, you can see. So this new one should be a nicer experience for swiping the pages. They're both the Wi-Fi only models. They don't have the data connection to download books, so you have to be on Wi-Fi to get the books. She's now got to log into her Amazon account to continue the setup. One other thing, you can pay a little bit more for these and get them without these kinds of ads that appear every time you turn them on, but I don't really care whether I have some other screensaver or an ad. Well, she logged into her account and I showed her my Kindle to compare to her new Kindle, and she loves this new one even more. Now I, even without my reading glasses on, can see differences in these screens. My old Kindle had a 212 dpi resolution and the new Kindle is 300 dpi, so everything should look sharper. And they've also improved the lights, something that I noticed even when I first got this, so it hasn't evolved over time, it's always been like this, is the brightness isn't even over the whole screen, and if you hold it at an angle, you can sort of see the lights down below. I don't see any of that on this one. Here's maximum brightness on each. This is my old one. I'll put the brightness all the way down, basically turn the light off and let you have a look at it, and then I'll do both with the lights in the room here off. This is with the lights off. You probably don't notice much difference since I have this bright light right here next to the camera. There's a little bit of light still coming in past the curtain, but in a fairly darkened room, here's what they both look like with the light turned off. My device looks almost like there's still a tiny bit of light still shining. Here they both are at half brightness. This is my old Kindle Paperwhite. And full brightness in a darkened room. The quality of the light on my Kindle Paperwhite here is a little bit different. It's a little bit yellower than the light on the new Kindle Paperwhite. You might be able to see that better when I'm holding the Paperwhite up to my face like I'm reading, and you can see the light on my face. You might be able to see the color difference a little. First of all, here's my old Kindle Paperwhite. And the new Kindle Paperwhite. And here's what they both look like at about 2/3 brightness with the lights back on in the room on a page of regular text, though I think the font may be different on the two of them. As for speed of opening books, turning pages, I'm not really seeing much difference. I thought maybe there'd be a newer processor in the newer model, but they do need to keep the processor real low power or it would go through the battery real fast. Let's see, any other differences? My old Kindle Paperwhite had 2 gigabytes of storage space for books. The new one has 8 gigabytes. That's quite a difference. However, in the 7 years that I had this old one, I've still got half the memory free. Oh, and the feature I won't be testing in this video, the new Kindle Paperwhite is waterproof. Well, for I think like half an hour up to a meter or two. So if you drop it in the pool, you drop it in the bathtub, you're probably okay if you fish it out real quick. I think I'd be more likely to spill something on it while it's sitting on the table, but in any case, it'd be protected from that too. So I'll go bring her back her Kindle and let her get started enjoying this. Would I consider upgrading my 7-year-old Kindle to this one? Boy, it's nice, but for $129, well, this still works okay. I just can't bring myself to do that. Now, if I happen to be given that new Kindle Oasis, oh my gosh, is that a dream to read on. If you haven't seen it and you get a chance to go into an Amazon store, it's so nice, so lightweight to hold. The screen is even wider than on the regular Kindle. It is so nice, but no way am I paying for that either. Not well, this one still does the job. But if you're in the market for a new Kindle Paperwhite, I sure do recommend it. About $129 unless you can find it on sale. Find out more about it at the link down below this video, and I'll see you on the next review.